simple structure film, right? Like, this is a remake of that film of the 1953. Like,
oh, absolutely.
Like, there's like beat. He changed some things around. Like, he.
You saw the original?
I did.
Okay, I never saw the original.
Because I was like, why not? I might as well. Just because I wanted to see, like,
I
wanted to do some comparisons.
Yeah.
Because that'd be kind of fun to, like, see how much changed. Like, he changed, like, the family's name. Like, they were the McLeans in the 50s. Also, the aliens are so good.
I can't wait to talk about the aliens in this thing. I can only imagine what the 1950s ones were like.
They were, like, boring in suits. Like,
right.
Boring.
Yeah, the typical ones,
yeah.
But... Well, hey, Gretchen.
Hi, we're back.
We are finally back. It's been another little bit of a break between episodes.
I'm a little rusty.
Yeah, and thanks to my technical flub up on the last episode for Kurosawa's Ran, that one didn't go over so well.
And people didn't get to know what we were going to watch ahead of time. So if they didn't listen to that episode, maybe this be a surprise for people. So
possibly.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah. So technical stuff aside, we're in our new space.
It's our new home.
Yep, we're in a whole new broadcast. This is literally a little black box kind of a movie theater that is here in Portland that we've got the run of show in, which is kind of amazing.
We're literally on the stage of this movie theater, and it's a small company, not even company, it's like there's multiple little businesses in this place.
Yeah.
I was excited to get a tour today when we came in.
Mm-hmm.
I found out the place next to us, they do like they make custom couches and like custom furniture and like all kinds of neat stuff. I was like, wow, this place is really impressive.
Yeah.
I'm excited. There's like tattoo studios in here.
Yep, it's super cool. There's like Sean, the guy who manages the place, he has like a CNC woodworking company out of here called High Order. There's a photography studio that's in here. There's all sorts of things.
Woodworking studio that way. Oh, it's a lot of cool collective space. And that's kind of like where we came from. Like our first studio was a collective space as well. Yeah. So it's good to be kind of back into that kind of space. I mean, Mount Tabor was great. Mm-hmm. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes there were screaming children.
Sometimes there were people walking in on us.
Prop Warehouse was really, really, really warm. Really warm.
The staging place that we were in for 2 episodes.
That was real warm.
That was the wrong time of year to be in that spot. Yeah, that was a roasty toasty location.
But I think this place feels more like our home.
Yeah, this feels like home.
This place.
Yep.
And eventually this will be changing around some, and this will look a little different occasionally.
Yeah.
Maybe one day you'll see a graphic or our actual like logo. We'll see.
That's right. Someday we will have that. We will have a backdrop with our logo for the Check the Gate podcast, which is where Gretchen and I get together and we watch a movie and then we talk about it, but we never know where the discussion is going to go. And I don't know where the discussion is going to go today because we watched and we're going to discuss what movie, Gretchen?
Oh, man. We're going to talk about Tobe Hooper's 1986 remake, Invaders from Mars.
Which I just discovered was a remake. I didn't realize when I was trying to review some stuff when I popped up IMDb and I clicked on the one from the 50s. It's like, wait, this isn't the film.
Man, I'm so stoked about this. This is one of those films that's like, first of all, this is its 40th anniversary because it came out in June of 1986. Mm-hmm. So we're a month behind. Month behind, but that's okay. It just had its birthday. Yeah. So it just turned 40,
nice. Right? It did. It should be.
40.
Right. I know.
To be 40 again.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I don't know. Have I aged better than Invaders from Mars?
I think, Invaders from Mars looking pretty good. That
Shout
Factory release in 2016 was quite good.
That was what I watched. The version that I watched was
Yeah.
the Shout Factory release of that thing.
That was a really beautiful copy
Yep.
of it. It's gorgeous, and the a lot of the extras on that are quite nice. Did you listen to? Did you rent the whole thing, or did it only just have?
The whole thing, but I didn't watch any of the extras.
There's some good combo on there.
I wish I had, yeah, and I can still go back and watch them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it's a good one. I mean, it's got some of the most gorgeous, like the way they were able to preserve a lot of the like the chain lightning and all that stuff. They went back and like redid all of that stuff, and it looks gorgeous on film. It still holds up.
Yeah.
And everybody looks great in that film. I mean, even like even Karen Black, she looks great. She looks great. I love Karen Black.
Yeah.
I remember there was a Spin magazine, or was it? No, it might have not been Spin. It might have been like it might have been like a goth magazine or something like that. That had like the dark world of Karen Black, and it was like had all like this photo expose of like all of Karen Black's like roles. And I remember one of them like really stood out to me. Do you remember that? Have you ever seen that movie, Children of the Night?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God. It is a full moon production film. We may have to do like maybe like do a series of films like they talk about series of films like they like do like the like Dark Moon Productions films.
Right.
Like they're real bad.
Yeah.
But like also
They had
kinda
their whole
good.
like they had like a whole vampire run with
Right.
like one weird
Subspecies.
Yes, the subspecies
Yes.
ones. Yes, and I
Radu.
watched those. Yes.
Right? But
Those-
she was in one called Children of the Night. And
Yeah.
those vampires would spit their lungs out. And like they would, I can't remember quite the details. I remember it was like they were submerged in water and they would spit their lungs out. And their lungs were on the outside of their bodies while they were sleeping.
Weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's bizarre.
But it's
All
not
right,
the,
that
it's
one's
not
gonna
a,
have to go on the list now.
But it's not a remake of like the book Children of the Night. But yeah. It's a weird one. I can't remember all the details, so maybe it might be worth a rewatch or something like that.
Yeah.
So recommend Children of the Night. Maybe we'll do that for an episode.
I would be. I'm all in for pulling from whatever Full Moon's catalog and
Oh
trying
my
to
God,
watch some
Full
stuff.
Moon, yeah. Like, so I think it'd be fun to do like a bunch of Full Moon movies. Like Subspecies would be a good one.
And you just pulled, like, I was trying to remember that, and you were just like, Subspecies, Radu. And as soon as you said it, it's like, yep, those are the ones. I remember seeing those too. I don't remember where
Do you
I
remember
watched
like
them.
the Fangoria had I remember seeing the magazine
That was
spread
like
out.
heyday of Fangoria too.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
those films were like, they were really out there because they did at least 3 of those Subspecies
Oh,
films.
totally. And I remember seeing them gotta be on like USA Up All Night or something like that.
Yeah.
Had to be, or something like that. And now I think they have a streaming service.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah.
Well, why wouldn't they? Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't?
Is their catalog that big?
They still make films.
Wow.
It's almost, they're to the level, like they're like trauma film style thing.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, they did the
Puppet Master release.
they did the Puppet Master releases, and I think they did Doll Man.
Yeah.
Were
I
they
think
Doll
so.
Man in there?
Or something like that. And I think they also did the holidays one, the one that was like the one that had the one was like the,
Did they do Trancers? Was Trancers one of theirs?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Someone the one that had Gene Simmons in it.
I don't remember if it had Gene Simmons in it. It's the same guy that starred in the Doll Man series. It was one of his earlier ones. I think it was called Trancers.
Is that the one with the little robot things? Or did it have Burt Reynolds in it? Is that Trancers?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't.
There's so
even
many of those
remember.
films in that era that I was
know.
like,
There's a bunch.
anyways.
Yeah.
Karen Black, bring it on back.
Yes,
Karen
indeed.
Black's in this.
And her extensive career.
And her kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Tobe Hooper made this film kind of right, like he was in a moment, right? Like, so he had done, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and that was like huge. And then he was like, well, in the same realm, he was like Eaten Alive and then like Funhouse. And he was like the TV miniseries Salem's Lot. And so it was just like he was just making successes.
He was killing it in the late 70s, early 80s. Like,
and I guess that's kind of why they reached out to him. Like Golan Globus had control of Canon Films at the time.
And that's right. I wanted to bring that up, that this is a Canon film. It was so amazing when that Canon logo went across. I was like, yeah.
Oh, glorious. And Golan Globus, no less.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So Golan Globus, right? Like he commissioned this film, right? Or no, he commissioned Space Vampires.
Oh, really?
Right?
Okay.
Because Space Vampires was like he asked him to work on this. He had given the Colin Wilson book Space Vampires and told him to read over it. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I want you to make this movie, like a 3-part movie of this. But I'm gonna give you this, but I want you to also do a remake or a sequel to Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So that was kind of like part of the deal. Like,
really?
You have to do a sequel to Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
But I will give you can get a 3-part movie out of this book. Mm-hmm. And they were like, cool. Like, he kind of worked on that. And so that's kind of where Life Force kind of started. But, like, on the heels of Life Force, he was talking to I think it was Golan about it, mm-hmm. and asking him what like his favorite. They were kind of talking about favorite films, and he was like, "Oh, the 1953 film Invader from Mars, mm-hmm. or Invaders from Mars," and he was like, "Oh, well, I just so happened to have bought the rights for that." And
good timing.
Here we go.
Yeah.
And that's where he had just finished wrapping Life Force mm-hmm. by the time he started shooting this movie.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
And he didn't do the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 one.
Later he did.
Oh, he did was the director of that one.
Producing and directing, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm pretty sure I know at least he produced it.
Okay. I couldn't remember,
I can't remember if he directed,
if he did or not.
But I know they definitely produced it.
Mm-hmm.
I think he directed. I feel like he did. But
okay.
Production at least.
Yeah.
But
and he wrote the original, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I guess with what was happening at the time was like Canon was like trying to go like kind of get out of that spin that they were in. Like all the movies they were doing at the time
were
doing
like Death Wish movies.
Death Wish 2, how dare you?
Right. Yeah.
And like Enter the Ninja.
Right.
And Break-In. I mean, gems.
Yeah. Invasion USA, I think, was that a Canon film? Was that about that time?
I love that movie.
Yeah. The Lone Wolf McQuaid era.
I love that movie. I love Chuck Norris, man.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Oh, man. When I was a little kid, watched the hell out of those films.
Dude.
Yeah.
My dad loved Chuck Norris. Yeah. Oh, my God.
Oh, man. Invasion USA, watched that one all the time. Yeah.
I saw it at the Hollywood Theater.
Yeah. Oh, did you really?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
The audience was, like, loving it. It was
yeah.
great. It was a good time. Yeah. Yeah. So if he gets to do, they were like, yeah, can you do this? We're going to give you a giant budget mm-hmm. to make this epic science fiction film, Space Vampires.
Yeah.
And so that's where Life Force comes in, and then it flops like a fuck.
Yeah.
Like audience just
and it's a crazy film.
It's amazing.
It is amazing. I saw that at the Hollywood Theater when they did a 35 millimeter screening of that thing.
Pretty spectacular.
It is spectacular, but it's crazy. Like, and I don't mean that in a negative way.
No, it's bonkers.
But it is. It's totally bonkers. It's so much fun. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which surprises me that they were like, okay, but I guess he still had to go through with like Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the point. Yeah. But like, I guess even though that film flopped, they were still like, oh, well, you still got, Invaders from Mars.
Mm-hmm. Well, because Poltergeist had been such a huge hit.
It was, in 1982, it was the highest grossing film in 1982.
Right.
So it was gigantic.
And I remember that film as a kid watching it. I didn't see it in the theaters.
Yeah.
I saw it after it came out. And at the time, that was when HBO was out there.
Yeah.
And so we'd all flock around somebody who had HBO. And that's where I watched it on there. That movie fucked me up.
It was scary.
As a kid.
It was scary. I love the second one. Mm-hmm. I thought it'd be kind of fun sometime to do a podcast episodes where we did like underrated sequels, because like that was one of my favorite sequels.
Yeah.
I love Poltergeist 2. Poltergeist 3 even has its charm, but like Poltergeist 2, there is something just beautiful about that film. The direction is done, like the sculpture in there, and then the villain is just villainous.
Yeah.
I mean, the Reverend is such a terrifying character.
I don't remember.
God is in his holy temple. You don't
I don't remember anything about it. I guess
he's so creepy.
We're doing a sequel.
Oh my gosh.
Showdown here. I think
it's so good. I still get chills thinking about it. There's a scene where he's like, and I don't want to like diverge us too much, but there's a scene where he's like standing at the door at their new house, and it's raining outside, and he's like talking. He's like, I just want to talk to the special angel, and it's like his rictus smile is so terrifying.
Dang,
and there's a reason
gotta watch
for
it
it.
now.
There's a reason for it, but I mean, we'll go into that when we're done with the episode. But it's so creepy. It's so creepy, and yeah, I would love to talk about that movie. There's so much like cool lore about that film too. But speaking of cool lore,
yeah, back to Invaders from Mars.
Yeah.
So
Invaders from Mars.
Yeah.
Simple structure film, right? Like this is a remake of that film of the 1953. Like,
oh, absolutely.
Like there's like beat. He changed some things around. Like he.
You saw the original?
I did.
Okay, I never saw the original.
Because I was like, why not? I might as well. Just because I wanted to see, like,
I wanted to do some
comparisons.
Yeah.
Because that'd be kind of fun to, like, see how much changed. Like, he changed, like, the family's name. Like, they were the McLeans in the 50s. And they're the Gardners in the 82, or 86, sorry. 86 makes and remake. And also, the aliens are so good.
I can't wait to talk about the aliens in this thing. I can only imagine what the 1950s ones were like.
They were like boring in suits. Like,
right.
Boring.
Yeah, the typical ones, but
the Supreme Intelligence was like a sphere with like a kind of a squiddly looking guy in it.
Yeah.
Which is funny because the person who plays the kid in the first movie, Tobe Hooper really wanted to do like a recall, so he found the actor because that guy quit acting.
Oh,
and
okay.
he plays the police chief in this.
Oh, that's awesome.
And he has that line that he's all like, "Gee whiz, I haven't been up here since I was a kid." And he's up on the hill and he's like shining that flashlight. I was like, oh.
Feeding right into it.
It was so cute.
That's
and then
great.
there's a scene where they're like flashing a flashlight across like a storage facility, and you see a sphere with like a little squiddly guy in it. That's this prop.
That was it. Oh,
from the Supreme Intelligence from the 1953 film.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like all these little very endearing little moments that like so thoughtful that Tobe Hooper he's such a like he's one of those like director, right? Like he's like he loves to be like he makes 70 millimeter films. That's kind of like his like he was like, I want to do that kind of epic scale. Like that's what this was supposed to be like.
Yeah.
Scale. I mean, he brought in William Stout to draw all of the storyboarding for this and like which I was like watching the behind the scenes stuff, and I'm like, William Stout. Why do I know that name? Oh, yes, because I've met him quite a few times doing the H.P. Lovecraft Film Festival.
Right.
What a nice guy.
Yeah. Super
nice guy. Like very nice. It was so funny that when his picture pops up, I was like, oh, I met him in 2016.
Yeah.
Super cool guy. Nice. That was kind of a fun little moment. I was like, oh, he was such a sweet guy. And then to put the connection that he had drawn all the storyboards for this. And then the Tobe Hooper had all these like this giant like set envisioned. I mean, the set was huge. They ended up
Sets
using...
were huge
Dude.
for this alien. Yeah, this underground alien lair was incredible.
Did you see they had it in the place where that was Howard Hughes' like hangar that he had the spruce goose in?
Oh, is that where they built that into? Yeah. Yeah, it was an incredible build out. And some of the action and stunts that they did with this, when you want to jump into that, we definitely can, because there's stuff on there where I'm like, holy crap, I can't believe they just did this. And they just did it with the star, like with people who are on, like that wasn't a stunt person.
Yeah.
You probably know what I'm talking about here if you want me to just get into it. So when they're at the alien ship crash site and people are wandering around on because there's kind of like this big depression in the ground, and then it's this big sort of flat dirt sandy area, and then people get down there, and then what happens is the soil starts to spin and it pulls them down into the ship. And they did that with Karen Black. Mm-hmm. They did that to her. I think the kid was pulled into there. There was a couple of soldiers that were pulled into there. And I was like, holy crap, they just did that with the camera on them up close. And I don't know how they did it. I would love to know how they did this, because the thing starts to spin and it actually spins a vortex of the dirt and pulls them down and swallows them, and then it pushes back up, and it's like, holy crap, like there's a chamber in there somewhere and a crash pad, and those people just like sucked through something that's rotating.
They used like a bunch of people from like because they use like a rock video people.
Okay, like music video folks.
Yeah, like they used their tech people.
Sure.
So
I could see
think that had some effect. Like that's why a lot of the lighting looks like that, and a lot of
it's very overlit.
Right.
This is a very overlit film. Yeah. There's not a lot of atmosphere.
No.
But they
did like Billy Idol's did a white wedding.
Oh,
I think,
okay. I could see that.
Right.
Yeah.
When I was watching, I was like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's Stan Winston's studio. But then they used when Stan had to go. Apparently got pulled onto a different project, but he left his team. But then there was some other people that were from a different. I think his name was Disfecta or something like that.
Okay.
I can't remember the name of the other special effects guy.
Okay.
But he came from the roots of what was it called? From doing music videos. So that was why you have kind of that interesting like kind of play between, like especially with like the lighting and like the stadium lighting that you get from the alien ship landing that looks like a rock concert.
Yeah, it's lit like a music video, the whole thing.
Totally. But
which is great to a certain degree. Like there isn't a lot of atmosphere, but I want to give it credit for this. Back with what you said, these sets were amazing. They built the fuck out of this thing.
And
it
costuming.
Was super cool.
Like the creature effects were
and I'm playing into
nuts.
that. Definitely, the costume creature stuff. Oh man, I want to talk about all of that stuff. Yeah. Well, so these were I kind of have a little bit of a love-hate in with this film. I think like as far as a vision and all of these designs and all of this stuff, man, it's so well thought out.
It's flawed. It's a flop.
It's amazing.
Unfortunately.
I had a problem with performances in this, and there was like lots of story gaps, and there's like, because of how it's lit and just the way some other things happen, I don't ever feel tension in there, which is unfortunate because, man, this thing, just the build that they did for all of this stuff. So these aliens, and it was funny because there's kind of two alien creatures that we have. We've got kind of all of the
drones,
the drone beings, the soldiers, the people that are occupying most of this ship and are doing everything that are in there. We've got that one style, but then we've got the mastermind. What is it?
The Supreme Intelligence.
This is a Supreme Intelligence, totally different kind of a being that is like actually kind of a giant being. Like its whole body is like back over here somewhere, and it's almost like this is, this
Praying.
little separate portion. It's almost, it's really cool. Like almost like a tongue that has the face on the end of it or something. Like it's really crazy, the whole thing, and amazing the movements of these things too. So if you haven't seen this film and you're looking for something that is kind of similar, if you've ever seen Galaxy Quest, there's an alien in Galaxy Quest where they're on the planet trying to get like a power orb, and there's these little tiny baby-looking alien creatures, and they're trying to have Tim Allen go up against this one thing, and they're looking to beam him out of there in a rescue, and they beam this one creature out. He's the one that gets beamed inside out onto their ship. Like they copied that alien from this film. It is the Invaders from Mars design.
Oh,
I was
wow.
shocked at how it's like, and the ones in Invaders from Mars, I think were like structurally looked bigger.
Yeah.
But it was
it's
like
2 people inside there.
And it's amazing. Well, because they've got these, so it's walking on 2 legs. It's kind of this big, round, bulbous 2-leg with a big face and a fully articulating mouth and eyes with the legs. And then they have arms, but the arms kind of come off of the back and then come back around. But they were using those arms, so that would make sense. There's a second person in there.
It's a bodybuilder walking backwards with a little person on their back.
Really? It's amazing.
I was like, excuse me, wait. I like rolled that back and I was like reading subtitles and I go, is that right?
Yeah.
And I like looked through my notes and I was like, that's right. Okay.
It's crazy.
It's a little person on a bodybuilder's back walking backwards.
Yeah.
So they could get that bent knee.
Articulation of the leg. Yep. It's
Yes,
really
sir.
cool. It's like the design is super amazing, and the thing is in doing that, they have functional arms, they have do things. There's places down the road where they're like holding weapons and they're firing them off, absolutely.
So the
crazy.
little person controlled the upper arms and the face.
That's amazing. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait a minute. If they did that, so if the bodybuilder is facing backwards, is the short person facing forward? Picture that for a moment.
Mm-hmm. Super comfortable.
Oh my goodness.
Nothing awkward
I'm
there.
assuming they probably must have had some kind of a harness for
I'm
them to be on there, because
I'm sure that would be, there has to be, or they're taped
because
together.
when I said that, the first thing I thought of is like, well, I don't want that person's legs over my shoulders this way, because that means I am.
And the best part
That dude's
is like,
gonna need a snorkel to breathe in there. I'm just. Yes, they must have designed a harness. I should have done my research on this.
I want to see the harness.
I want to see the snorkel.
Oh man, my favorite story was reading about the person that was in the the Supreme Intelligence that I keep calling Krang because it looks like right.
Yeah.
And so that thing is that person is like duct taped to a board, and so they didn't know what was happening, but apparently like the squibs were setting off some kind of like their whatever paint job was on that wall, and it caught on fire. And the last thing that person realizes, they were cutting him out of that suit and like dragging him out as that set caught on fire right there in that section.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like crazy stuff, right? Like this is wow. This movie
seconds.
cost $12 million and made $5 million.
Yeah.
In U.S. I mean, it has made money later, and it's like.
I'm sure as a cult classic, it has.
It's. I don't think it ever it's still considered a flop as far as films are concerned. But I mean, it has its. It's supposed to be. I think what Tobe Hooper was trying to intend, from everything I've read, is that it was supposed to be a invasion of the body snatchers from a kid's perspective. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was like this is a kid's film. It's pretty scary for a kid's film.
Yeah.
I mean, you have that whole, your parents, you can't trust your parents, and this is the people you're supposed to trust. And you have they had such a great relationship at the beginning. There's all these moments of like that I thought were kind of great and endearing, but I get it. Like,
but they're brief.
They're brief.
Because this movie, like, really gets on with it.
It's like a breakneck pace. It's like, the ship lands, Dad's taking over.
Right, yeah.
Boom, it happens.
They do not hesitate. Like, he gets right on with it.
But I did think there were some funny moments that I just thought were super cute. Like, his mom is the actress who played, like, the Conehead in the SNL. And she did her Conehead voice at the end. And I was like, oh, that's cute. Like, that was pretty cute. Like, you know, stuff like that. I mean, and then the kid is Karen Black's kid in real life, which I guess Karen Black's husband is a good friend of Tobe Hooper's.
Oh, okay.
So that's why they were like, oh, we're going to work together anyways.
Yeah.
So I think that it was a lot of like, everybody's friends with everybody kind of situation. Like, they tried to get the Air Force to be in this, and the Air Force, like, they were like, you're going to be the good guys, and the Air Force were like, we will not be part of any alien movie, period. And they were like, that's weird.
Yeah.
But then the Marines were like, oh, yeah, we'll totally, cool. And so they also had, one of the actors that played a Marine was giving on-site information, like explaining like how Marines would never carry change in their pocket.
Oh, gotcha.
Like, that's what that scene happens where David pulls out the coin in his pocket, and then they were like, oh, Marines would never carry spare change.
Yeah.
Because I guess they don't. I was like, ooh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess that would kill you, because the change would kill you in combat.
Clinky noises or something. Yeah, you can't sneak up on folks.
All that utility crap on you.
Yeah. Well, and speaking of the military, the guy who is the general for that area,
Living Dead Part 2.
Yep. As soon as he was on screen,
Which
I was like,
Toby was working on.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he started working on it, but then he stopped working on it to work on something else. No, to work on Life Force.
Okay.
I think, because I think that's why Bannon wrote the script for this, but ended up directing. Yeah, everybody knew everybody, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Like that time of like, if you weren't a Spielberg, I guess you were over here with this kind of group.
That's
and
fine.
I did finally remember what it was that the reason why Sam Winston left, he went to go work with Cameron on Aliens.
Oh, Aliens. Yeah. And that was kind of my guess, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
That would have been right in that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think Aliens probably had a little bit bigger of a budget.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't a flop.
Well, it wasn't. Yeah. And yeah, James Cameron had just come off of the success of the first Terminator film, and he was kind of hot for that one. So yeah, I could see why he would want to boogie off of it, which is still really weird because again, Poltergeist was such a huge film, and I realized that Life Force was kind of and Life Force is Life Force is closer to Invaders from Mars than it is to Poltergeist, in my opinion.
And I mean, also there's that whole like, people think that Spielberg directed Poltergeist possibly because he produced it. And if you look at the behind the scenes, there's a lot of like Spielberg in the background kind of situation. You know, there's all that like, you know, there's nobody for sure can say whether or not.
Okay.
I don't know if you've.
I've heard it, but I've never pursued this whole thing.
Yeah.
The credit's been given to Toby, and I've never heard Toby say, nope, I didn't do it. Fuck those guys.
No.
So it's just like, it's his
I
film
assume
until he
that
tells
he did
it's not.
I think it's just that, you know, people are like, actually, you know.
Right.
There's a lot of credit goes to Steven Spielberg.
Well, and they're,
Sure.
I mean.
It has a lot of his vision in it, obviously, but like, he was the producer.
Sure.
He's probably a very hands-on producer.
Very much so. Yeah. And there is, they're two different directors. They just are. And so,
I think Tobe Hooper's a more visceral, like, he goes for a little bit more like gut kind of feel versus Steven Spielberg. And just my personal opinion. Having seen recent Steven Spielberg movies, I feel like his older films are much stronger stories.
I think with Tobe Hooper too, in my opinion, not having seen all of his films, but seen
Oh,
several.
there's some bad ones. There is a.
I'm sure there are.
Wow, what was that Marquis de Sade one with Night Terrors, I think? Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Where Robert Englund plays the Marquis de Sade. I will never forget that dumb. Well, I have forgotten it, but I just remember this one scene.
It's that bad.
Oh, boy. Well, and I just remember I'd taken acid in the 90s or something dumb like that. And it was like he was banging a cup against the jail cell, and he'd get ding, ding, look at me. Ding, ding, look at me. And I'm just, an acid, no.
Well, what I was going to say is Tobe Hooper seems to be someone who finds joy in what he's doing, and he's making his thing. Mm-hmm. That's not to say that Steven Spielberg doesn't, but Steven Spielberg has there is a method. I think you could
formula.
He has a formula. I think you could watch a film and not have a name attached to it and feel the formula.
But he also has
very much so.
I mean, dude, great. Some of the best films ever made.
He has.
Yeah.
I love Spielberg films. There's all sorts, but they really are two different types of directors.
Yeah.
And at that time too, even despite what Poltergeist might have done for Tobe after the fact, Spielberg was already really big by then. He'd already had Jaws. He'd already had Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark. He'd already had Close Encounters. Mm-hmm. Like, he had already racked up box office stuff. So, yeah, I could see where that kind of pressure is there.
Sure.
To make this thing achieve a certain type of a look and a feel, because I already have my formula down that attracts people to a certain way. And Tobe may not have had the opportunity to go, yeah, but I want to figure out what mine is and I want to make this thing.
I just think that there's, like, Tobe Hooper has there's certain vision that he has that isn't, that I don't feel like that he is quite the same as, like, the family atmosphere that the family is always a little different in Tobe Hooper's stories versus Spielberg's stories. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the right way to put it, but like it's just different. Like it's just a little bit more visceral in my opinion. But I've also coming at it from like I see Tobe Hooper more as a horror film director versus like Spielberg, who is more of a blockbuster filmmaker. I don't necessarily think of Hooper as a blockbuster filmmaker, in my opinion.
Right.
I would never really go to his films expecting that. So I think that's probably part of why this was not as successful, because he was trying to make a grand scale, like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, and then wasn't able to. It didn't pull off. It just didn't pull off. But it had it didn't have the star power. And it was only it was a $12 million budget film, but it, like, for 1986, that's I don't know. That seems a lot, right?
Yeah, it'd probably be like 25 million now, 30 million now. I mean, it'd be hard to pull off a special effects laden creature film for 30 million.
Gosh, the effects still hold up and still look beautiful now.
Man, it was really well done. The tunnel system that was under there, it was so good. Like, they just built these full-on tunnel systems down there that looked like a machine had gone through and tunneled these systems out of there.
Well, he had wanted to like breathe and like have like a little bit more organic thing. Like that would have been, if he had got to see his whole vision realized, I feel like there would have been. But would audiences have liked it? Because like, I don't know. I don't
know, because again, like I said, I had a little bit of a love-hate with this one, because it's even though it is an overlit film, it's shot really well and the sets are amazing. There's all this beautiful thought and detail into the build. But then when you get into some of the visual special effects for like the laser shots and all of that stuff, those were like Roger Corman level cheesy. They were pretty cheesy, and it could have been they were already like out of money, and they were like, we just got to get them down.
Like stuff where it's all like that chain lightning, like that kind of stuff.
Not the chain lightning, but like they had the Martian aliens had their like laser guns that they were using. They shot a couple of people, and like it's just really, it looked 1950s where it was like this person was like clearly shot freeze frame and then glows red and then like disappears with this like solid Star Trek, 1960s beam hitting it instead of something that was like moving a little bit quicker and like it felt very like slow 1950s odd. It looked off, like it didn't match with where kind of we were as film watchers even by 86.
Totally.
And then there are gaps in the tension of this story and some of the performances.
The kids.
It's such a cool idea too, because everyone's got the Band-Aid on the back. They've got it where
which
all
I
of that
thought about
stuff.
wearing for this episode just as a joke, but
that would have been great.
The acting. I mean, even though Nurse Ratched is like probably the most. She's the only Academy Award winner in this entire set of actors.
Yeah.
Everybody else is, character actors and B actors. As much as I love Karen Black, she is what she is.
Yeah.
And, it's unfortunate that this cast couldn't carry off this. But I like this movie. I love this movie. But I get why people don't. It's the kids are kind of awful. Davies is good for what it is. His fear is evident. He pulls off like his role well. The other kid, she's milquetoast.
Yeah, very much so.
I mean, I am an alien.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But everybody else, I don't think I guess it was there wasn't much build up to that, but everybody felt in peril when you saw those like things glowing in the back of their necks and like those pieces coming out, like all of it was just like.
Oh, when we finally got to that with Karen Allen in the ship and they're actually doing the implant in her, it was
gross.
Like, there we go. And I'm like, that's where we've needed to be.
That's
like,
peril.
That tension and that craziness. But that was like, there it is. Yeah.
But the building up to that, like him trying to figure out the mystery was too ham-fisted, I guess, right? I mean, because I feel like it was like, you're like, okay, kid, like, you're no dummy. You just, you know what's happening. And it felt like that was too, like he was just not, like, I'm like, oh, I guess he's not smart enough to figure it out. Or nobody was believing him, or it was too... when the adults were on his side, it felt like they were too slow to react.
Right. Yeah. But I think that's a really hard thing to accomplish. And I think you've got to, especially if the idea is I'm making a kid's film, but my kid's film's going to be dark and a little grim, and it's going to have these other kind of like science fiction horror tensions to it, especially when we do get into that ship. And, we've got that. Didn't the alien eat one of the guys in there at one point in time?
Well, it eats the teacher.
Yeah. And, and then we've got like, again, when they're doing the implants in him and all of this. So that's a really hard line to walk of making something that's going to be good for kids that the kids get, but what age of kids, and it's acceptable, and where is my rating going to go? And I think part of that also means you've got to shoot enough stuff, because I think part of what happens with this film is like, if you want it to be 90 minutes, you got to shoot like 110 minutes of stuff. And then you're going to lose all of these scenes, or you're going to tighten up all of these scenes and they're going to be really tight and moving. And it feels like in the end, there wasn't enough stuff. So things are really stretched out so that they can get to 90 minutes to make this film feel like it's a full feature. So it's like there's so much padding that it loses its tension and its movement.
Oh, and then we get to that end when Davey walks into his parents' room and then he starts screaming and we're like, what happened?
Yeah. Oh, when it could be the dream, like right at the end?
Yeah, but is it a dream?
Is it a dream? Well, then it's coming in for a landing. Is it starting over or something? Yeah.
And then the first film, the aliens come back.
Oh, interesting.
So
okay.
it's like, okay, is that what happened? And then I guess the original right was that he was seeing his parents get eaten, but they were like, well, we can't do that.
Yeah. See, that becomes that tough part of like, what do you do?
So like, is this film for kids?
Right.
I don't know. Like,
because he hasn't made any, I don't think Tobe Hooper, before he passed, I don't think he made any other film at any other point in time in his career that you could say was geared toward like younger kids watching.
Yeah.
No. Unless they were like older teens into horror movies.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, and this, I was 10 when this came out, so this would have been perfect for me.
Yeah.
Especially, like, I loved horror films at 10,
Yeah. Oh, and again, not to bring Spielberg back into this for any real intention, but that's Goonies time in there.
Yeah.
And so that becomes that other aspect. Well, and Goonies is a good example of like the thing moves. It just moves. There's enough movement in there and there's enough story reason to go to, and they probably shot enough stuff in there. He probably had bigger budgets, so it allowed you to shoot more things and have more choices, tighten things up, have enough scenes to get into.
Yeah.
And that's probably a connection that I really hadn't made prior, is that in a time of Goonies, when they made those films, that's where this one falls a little bit short because it doesn't have that adventure or that high tension or anything. So
well, and he probably might not have like been I don't know, may have not had that that in his repertoire of like knowledge of like how to write to children or write to direct for children,
Right. I would imagine that's extremely difficult.
But I don't feel like the first film was even directed at kids either, though. I mean, but it was also like those Kennys of the era of like the 50s era, and like all the Showa era of Godzilla films, and all those films were all like, I'm a kid and I'm spunky and I can figure it out.
Yeah.
And which I freaking hate.
And the oblivious adults.
Yes, and how these stupid adults can't figure this out, but I'm smart enough to figure this out because I'm full of spunk.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I am not a fan of kitties, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I mean, like, I think that this was, it's kind of like, not as crazy as that, but you know how, like, what is it? That director, the Great Yokai War, that director.
Oh, yes.
Like, Takashi Miike. Miike trying to make a film for kids. This is the same kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, okay, nope,
Right.
miss.
Yeah.
Not for children, sir.
Right. I think that I think it's really difficult. I think it's difficult to always understand different audiences and how you're going to make things for them. And, or if you're making it for yourself, but you want it to be for an audience like this film was, this very well could have been the film where Tobe Hooper was like, when I was 12, this is what I wanted to see.
Oh, I'm sure.
And absolutely. And that's amazing. But now he could be the outlier in what a 12-year-old would have liked, because obviously it didn't do very well. So it becomes really hard to kind of understand. That's the business part of this art, is figuring out how something is going to sell like this, and how you can save your production, or the things that you need to be able to do to make something watchable.
Guess you should have made Space Vampires too.
I would have been all for that.
I mean.
Oh.
All right. Anything else to add to that?
This was a really fun film.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I finally got to watch this one.
Good.
Even though when I say something about any of the performance aspects of it, this was a really fun film to watch. And I don't know why, when I do see actors that I recognize from other things, like when I saw the dude that was in Return of the Living Dead, I was just like, because I remember the moment when I was watching Return of the Living Dead for the first time, and that's the guy that is running like the laboratory equipment warehouse where they had like the cat cut in half that comes back and like everything that just happens in that film. Anyway, I get really excited when I see those folks and they're recognizable, and I start piecing together just how great of a career they've had and all the places that they pop up, and knowing that they had a place and they had directors and that liked him and pulled him in. So I got to see that, and the whole time he was on screen, I was like, I see that guy, I know who he is.
I like
fun.
how there are a lot of filmmakers or like directors and work with the same cast as well as like same writers and same artists and whatnot. I always love that too.
Yes.
The more and more as we do these episodes, I get to see behind the scenes, and I'm like, I realize that so many projects worked with the same people, and it's impressive to see how, like you were saying, how prolific their careers are.
Yeah.
Man alive, there are so many just alone, like the kid that's Kieran Black's kid. He was in he was in a film before this, which is the reason why they even were like, all right, he can actually kind of act.
Yeah.
Which he could, but I mean, he was the only kid actor that could. But yeah.
Well, even with this film for Tobe Hooper, this wasn't his last film.
No.
He's got a whole ton of films.
He has that awful Night Terrors movie.
The Night Terrors one. Well, and I've never seen his final film, Djinn.
Oh, Jin.
Is that Jin? Is that how to properly say it? DJINN or something?
The D is silent. Jin.
It's just Jin.
Yeah.
Is it not so good?
Oh no.
No? Oh, that's too bad.
Oh no.
But he has a lot of credits that he did after this film. He did continue to do things. I don't know if any of them were notable in any way.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Lots of film.
Oh no.
Well,
Yeah.
Can't all be winners, right?
Right. Well, what for you, what is the highlight of his career?
Probably Texas Chainsaw. Well, I mean, the Salem's Lot is freaking
Salem's
great.
Lot. You said that earlier too, and I'm glad you reminded me of that one. Yeah, it really is.
Salem's Lot is spectacular. Yeah. And Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Funhouse is also really good. And Poltergeist.
So I saw Texas Chainsaw Massacre for the first time probably about...
And I also really like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, too.
I haven't seen it.
Chop Top, Bill Moseley, man.
I've never seen any of the others, because there's like 3 sequels. There's 2, which is supposedly like kind of funny, corny, weird.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Fun.
That's Dennis Hooper.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there's a third one
Dennis
that I don't
Hopper
really know. Or Dennis Hopper, yeah.
Bill Moseley's in it.
Bill Moseley.
He plays Chop Top. He's the one that has a plate in his head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's wild.
Okay.
They had him out Weird War brought him out.
Okay.
To talk after the movie. It was pretty fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Texas Chainsaw: The Next Generation?
Unfortunately, with
you
Matthew
did see
McConaughey.
That with the Matthew McConaughey one, yeah, and Renee Zellweger.
Yeah.
I've never actually seen a physical copy of it. I saw a photograph of maybe a Blu-ray release or a DVD release. Anyway, I saw it, and it was like he was cross-dressing with all this stuff on, and I was like, this has to be fake. It's got Matthew McConaughey, and it's like, nope,
that was one of his first movies.
Yes, both of them. It was one of their first films. I've never seen it.
Never seen it? Oh,
no.
wow.
I've only ever seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I've seen the very first one. I've never seen any of the sequels or any of, and there's been like
too many remakes.
2 remakes, and there's a new one coming. Curry Barker, the guy who did Obsession, he just signed on to reboot Texas Chainsaw Massacre for Blumhouse. They're doing a full reboot, which they just did a reboot. There was one that just came out, I think literally 2 years ago on Netflix.
I don't need it.
So I don't.
What's this for?
I don't know. I'm surprised that they're trying to go back to the well on it, because it literally was within the last couple of years. I swear it was in the last couple of years that they did a
wild.
Netflix release of a remake of it. So, but I mean, they're still trying to tap the well of
Exorcist.
Of The Exorcist, right. I mean, they're trying to steer that thing. They're trying to course correct now because they brought in Mike Flanagan on it. But
I'm really curious as what Mike Flanagan's going to do, but I'm also like, I don't need it. I love the trilogy of the Faith trilogy.
I still love the third one so much, and
Me
watching
too.
that one with you, that was so good. I was thinking about it while we were recording
Well,
this.
and I just, I mean, like rewatching like the Ninth Configuration. The boyfriend and I watched that together for his show, and it was like really kind of putting those links back together. Like that canon is not quite. I mean, it's a stretch, but like remembering like the Exorcist and when she says like you're all gonna die out there to the astronaut, and then the astronaut is who we see in the Ninth Configuration, and then we move on to the third movie with The Exorcist 3 being the sequel to essentially The Exorcist.
Yeah.
The proper sequel. So it's like that trilogy of faith film series is like we don't need these reboots, but and there's something to be said for the way that the dialogue was written for those films and the way those films were shot, and the beauty of the filmmaking for those films is going to be lost, I think, on new filmmakers and new audiences and things like that. I don't know. I just maybe call me old school, call me an old lady, whatever. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I just feel like we lose those the beauty of like those parts of filmmaking when we continually reboot those kinds of like reboot franchises. And do we even need a franchise? I suppose it's okay to start films, like make new films. New films are doing well. I mean, like Obsession is fantastic, and it is a take on an old concept, but it's still a new film.
Yeah.
It's not a new concept, but it's a new film.
I felt that way about Backrooms.
Yeah.
I haven't seen
I saw
Obsession yet.
Backrooms. It was not for me, but I was like, okay, this is for people who are into liminal spaces and things like that. I get it. Like, but it was not for me. I don't really know anything about like the concept of like a lost space or whatever, but like I get it. My kid is really into CCP, so they were like, oh, this is what it is. And I was like, oh, okay, thank you.
I don't even know. I never watched any of the Backroom stuff that's on YouTube. And then there's also a video game that was based on that prior to this guy getting the feature film and then building out whatever universe he is now, because they're doing a sequel with that one. So I didn't even know it existed until I saw the first trailer for the film. I am surprised at how on the edge of my seat I was, like not just metaphorically. I loved Backrooms.
Oh.
It was like all the tension and like I loved every aspect of that film. I
Interesting.
thoroughly enjoyed that. I'll watch Chiwetel Ejiofor do anything.
He's a great actor.
I love that guy ever since he was the operative in Serenity.
Yeah, okay.
My wagon's been hitched to him the whole time. I'll pay for 2 hours of him peeling potatoes.
He was pretty creepy.
He's super creepy. It was really great. Loved it. So I was surprised at how much like that seems to be a thing that I am into. So we'll see what other stories in that are. But yeah, back with Tobe Hooper, or any of those, like you were mentioning Ninth Configuration too. I still have to go and watch that. I still haven't watched
So
any
good.
of that.
So good. Yeah.
It was pretty great. So, well, I guess that leads us to what our next episode is going to be.
That you picked.
I did pick. So the last place that we had been doing our recordings was Tabor Spaces, and they have this really cool coffee shop in there. And we were talking with one of the baristas, and they said, "What are you doing?" And we told them about it, and they were like, "Have you seen Blood Diner?" And I'm like, "I've never even heard of this film before." You had, you'd seen it, you knew all about it, and they were like, "You should watch Blood Diner." And my partner really loves that film, and they talked all about it. And then on another couple of episodes, they had mentioned Blood Diner. I was like, we're going to do it. So I decided, I was like, I need to venture out. I need to go beyond my comfort level of what I watch for films. So I did that with this film called Blood Diner. And let me tell you, we got some talking to do.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. But Gretchen, as always, I really love the show, and I really love getting together with you and talking about this stuff and seeing them. We haven't watched a film together for a while for the show, so hopefully we're going to get that corrected on these next
Once our schedules align a little better.
Yeah, it's been a craziness for the last couple of months, and the next couple of months are going to get even crazier for me with
Festival
some stuff.
season.
But my intention is to focus more on this and watching movies with you, because this is always so really grand for me. So
yeah, me too.
Excellent. Yeah.
All right.
Well, and if you don't know it, as the Check the Gate podcast, we do not have a Patreon
yet.
We are not charging you for anything. Not yet. Might be coming. We'll see what we can do. We're still building out our audience, and we're hoping that you will continue to spread the word, watch, download, share this, interact with us, comment on YouTube or on Instagram.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like our videos, like our shorts, please. Interaction with our YouTube channel actually helps our channel quite a bit. It helps pay for the show. Also helps pay the rent on our space.
Absolutely. If it starts feeling like there's enough people in this, maybe we'll make merchandise.
That'd be cool.
We'll start a Redbubble.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So, so to all of you, thank you so very much. And as always, Gretchen, thank you.
Thanks, Martin.
Yeah.